Welcome to RM1M Season 2, Round 1 at Dubai. We are at the track of several malfunctions, which Pigeon knows one very well, as he had probably the first important one. Anyways, following Junkai's championship, I'm eager to see how the drivers have shaken up or improved, or maybe just how the results will shake up this season. Last season's results were crazy, so surely it can't get better than that, can it? And let's hope Prolem does better. Following his ridiculously crazy win, I'm eager to see how he can do at this track. Not only that, Delta with his car having malfunctioned so many times. I'm also eager to see if he's improved the reliability on that one. Same with Pigeon and Guerrier. Their reliability was not very good. That actually caused Guerrier's downfall in the championship with a heartbreak at Sandfort in round 7, which caused Junkai to win early. Let's see if those two can get their act together and get their car reliable, because if so, they're going to be a menace this season. And let's hope some drivers for the back like Cap, Swish, Isma, Alicio, Aeon, Reindeer, Dodo can actually fight for the title this season. Maybe. Well, fight for the title, I mean score some points, let's say. It'd be funny if one of them fights for the title, but honestly, if they can score some good points, I'd be quite happy. Especially Fexalan and Ole, considering they scored the least amount of points last season. Anyways, I'm done rambling about last season. Let's just get to racing, since that's what you want to see. Pigeon is on pole, Delta lines up alongside him, P2, Guerrier starts P3, Junkai P4, Zohui P5, Proline P6, Nuke P7, Raiden P8, Ironman P9, and the person rounding out the top 10 is Ben. P11 Dominatio, P12 Silby, P13 Awful, P14 Alicio, P15 Isma, P16 Squish, P17 Cap, P18 Dodo, P19 Reindeer, P20 Ayong, P21 Fexalan, P22 Ole, P23 Judge, and P24 Leo Gamer at the back. That rounds out the grid. Let's get the race underway. As we see who will jump this, is it going to be Delta or Pigeon that gets the better start? It looks like it's going to be Pigeon that gets a slightly better start, but Delta keeps his good position. He's down the inside of Pigeon, and he does take the lead in the first few corners. There's like a four-way battle for P3 back here. Delta and Pigeon continue to go side by side. Proline gets absolutely swamped by everyone, and he does keep the inside from Zoe, but the caddies still look pretty quick. Proline is able to hold off Zoe. Ironman currently fighting in the top 5, but he can't quite get Nuke. Delta leads the race. Delta has certainly improved the pace on that car. Pigeon does get around him, but Delta quickly fights back and gets a position. Pigeon tries to back down the inside, but it does not work. He's trying back down the inside, and he finally does get the move done. Delta is now under threat from Guerrier, and Guerrier is under threat from Ironman. And now Ironman threatens Delta's position. Nuke does outdrag him and his own teammate down the straight, and Ironman is trying to outdrag Delta as well. He has the inside, and he does get it done. P3 for Ironman. Nuke actually outdrags Pigeon as well. Look at that. The McLarens are not doing as well as we thought they would. Ironman's down the inside of Pigeon. Into the final few corners, Delta makes a massive move on them. Dodo is already broken down in like the first few seconds of the race. Ironman gets outdragged by everyone here. Nuke with the flap. The Comacs are destroying everyone this race. My God. They have certainly improved their car this season. Let's just hope its reliability has gotten any better. I'm trying around the outside of Guerrier and Ironman. You don't want to go around the outside 3 wide. Ironman trying to fight with Guerrier, and he can't quite get the position there, and now he's out of position. I'm now trying to go around Ironman, but Ironman puts the block on him. Can he do it into the chicane? No, he cannot, but he's going to try around the long right-hander. Zoe also tries it around the long right-hander, but he can't quite get his car positioned in time. But he is able to pass Ironman almost around the outside. Now down the inside, he can't quite get the speed through there. Pigeon has caught the 2 comp hacks as Ironman gets swamped again. Pigeon has caught the 2 comp hacks, and so has Guerrier. Pigeon trying to outdrag them. Nuke still leads the race. As Zoe has made it up into P5 at a Proline, he's going to go chase down the leaders. His teammate was the Drivers' Champion. His team actually took the Constructors' Championship Cadillac. As he is now down the inside of Pigeon and taking the position. Can he get around Guerrier? No, Guerrier blocks and Pigeon gets the position back. Great teamwork from the two McLarens. I apologize if I sound a little bit tired. It's because I am. What the hell? Isma with the 77.76. I've never seen that before. Look at that lap from Isma. Isma really showing his pace here, as he could actually wait. There's no way Isma could fight for a win here, is there? That would be funny. As Junkai and Proline go side by side. Junkai has won here, like, twice, I think. I think he's won here twice. Proline down the inside of Junkai. It looks like all the cars have gotten quicker. Junkai isn't as far up as he would have normally been. Maybe his race pace will get better later on when the initial fighting gets sorted out. But we'll have to just see later on. RM1M tries down the inside of Proline. Proline is really holding his own right now. It's clear to see he's gotten a lot better. And his pace has massively improved as Pigeon tries down the inside of Nuke. And it doesn't work. Proline doesn't take a very good line through there. Gets taken out by Guerrier. Guerrier is going to be in P5 now. As Isma's worked his way up to this part of the field, he's going to be attempting to wipe the positions from RM1M and Junkai. Are we going to have a similar situation to Season 12 or Season 12 RML, where Isma is going to take a little bit of the positions at the front now? Nuke still leads the race. Very impressive from Nuke. He has no one to get stuck behind. And the Comacs are just absolutely just throwing down this season, it seems like. Let's hope they can keep it up. Delta down the inside of Pigeon. Can't quite get the move done. Pigeon's... Judge is already broken! Judge is a puncture. And he's all the way over there. He will not be retiring. Could this mean that everybody's fast enough that they will catch up to him? We'll just have to wait and see, but I don't think they are. Delta trying to get Pigeon. He's kind of getting swarmed by the McLarens here. Guerrier's down the inside of him. Zoe now putting pressure on Delta. Swish is also has a puncture. What's going on with the track today? Wow, the track seems to be causing up a lot of issues for these cars. I don't know what happened, but there's a lot of punctures going on right now. Nuke seems to be pulling away quite nicely. We know Delta has had some bad puncture experiences, so let's hope he doesn't have to deal with them. Zoe makes a great move down the inside on Delta right there. Where is Judge on track? He is all the way on the back straightaway, going pretty slowly. This is impressive from Zoe, who has had some harsh moments, and that caused him to be taken out of the title fight. But his consistency has shown that it does lead to some very good results here. As Proline's busy holding off Junkai again. Junkai's car does not seem to be the quickest this season. It was very fast last season, and it doesn't seem to be that way right now. Proline is really holding his own. His car is slower still, but it is looking to be quick. It is looking to be quicker than last season, but he is driving it very well along with that. So, yeah, my English is not good. Not because it's my second language or anything, but I am just bad at speaking when I am tired. I'm just bad at speaking literally any single thing. Like, nothing out of my mouth is ever intelligent when I'm tired. Apologies for that. Junkai did pull ahead of RM1M and is automatically going for the move on Proline again. Proline is able to hold him off, but for how long? That's allowed RM1M to catch up as Junkai tried the move. Can RM1M take advantage of it? Almost. Tries down the inside of Junkai, but Junkai just has better pace. And, Proline makes a little bit of a mistake, lets Junkai through, but he's able to get the position back. He's able to reclaim it. RM1M now trying on Junkai. He kind of helps Proline by pushing Junkai out wide. He's now down the inside of the long right-hander. Does he have the pace to get it before the next corner? Now they're both attacking Proline, who has covered the inside quite nicely. Is it going to be possible for Junkai to make the move or RM1M to make the move? Both of them try it. Proline makes a bit of a mistake. He's able to hold Junkai off, but not RM1M. RM1M does get the move done. Proline now is stuck behind him, and he's going to try down the inside at least. But, oh, almost. But he can't quite get there in time. Now Junkai is threatening him very heavily in the final few corners. Junkai does run wide. He tries it down the inside of the last corner, and he does get it. He is able to out-drag Proline down the straight. But Proline's going to try immediately back down the inside. And he can't quite get it, but he's trying again down the inside. The Prolime's cars have proven that they're not that great here. But Proline is putting up one hell of a fight against Junkai here, who is in a very quick car. Last season's champion. He does get back down the inside and eventually will make the overtake. Can Proline still fight back? It doesn't look like it. Or at least, oh, nope. He is fighting back down the inside. And he does get the move on him. Junkai is down the inside again, though, and does take the position. But Proline is not giving this one up. And can he out-drag him? No, he can't. Not quite. He's right back to the. He's right to the back of the car with Slipstream, but it's not seeming to work that well. And Junkai has pulled the gap now. Now I think it's gonna be Zoe on Delta here. Delta has kind of fallen a little bit. Nuke is really quick, it seems. But Delta seems to be getting a little bit of getting to wraps with that car a little bit. Maybe some changes to that car that he's not quite used to yet. He can't quite chase down Guerrier there. Pigeon is catching Nuke in the other compact, who is handling the car really well out front. He is blocking Pigeon. Pigeon trying around the outside. Nuke covers him off. But then Pigeon has a massive good move down the inside of the next corner and takes the position away. Will he keep the position, though, as Nuke looks like he's going to fight back here. Pigeon looks like he's pulling away down the straight. That car is really fast, it seems. As now Guerrier and Delta are catching Nuke. Delta did get the move on Guerrier. Delta seems like he's quicker this lap, and he does overtake his teammate. Maybe they're trying to swap places here. Guerrier trying down the inside of Nuke. He was vulnerable. Delta pits! Oh, that was awful strategy from the Comax. Delta, you shouldn't have swapped places. You're going to pit. Well, that's the McLarens to the lead of the race. And, well, Nuke is now P3. Ryden seems to be struggling at this track a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with him. As now it's Pigeon and Guerrier at the front, just like it normally is at Dubai. And Nuke is struggling a little bit. Zoe's broken! Oh my god! The first big malfunction of the day! Zoe has been claimed by Dubai and RM1M is slightly stuck. Will Proline get stuck? Yes, Proline will get stuck. The caddy is falling. This usually does not happen. I wonder if the caddy has gotten worse. Delta gets stuck as well, but not for very long. A gearbox failure from Zoe. Could that be a not very good outlook for the rest of the season? I wonder if that's not a good thing for the rest of the season. That doesn't tell very good signs about the caddy's reliability here. This might be a McLaren domination season, as RM1M will end up P3 from his overcut. Isma will end up P5, but he's quickly getting destroyed by Delta down the inside. But Isma is fighting back on Delta. Look at that. The Green Star seems to have much improved his pace, but it's no match for Delta's compact in a straight line. It does look very good in the corners, though, as it has taken him down again down the inside. Delta, though, gets much better speed on the straight and is able to overtake Isma going into the chicane. Very impressive from some drivers that weren't getting much attention last season. Also, I think we've only had 2 cars break down so far. This is not normal for a Dubai race. Or, yeah, we've only had 2 cars break down. That's interesting. We normally have way more breakdown in a Dubai race. As the 2 McLarens have just absolutely destroyed everyone. They are doing a massive overcut. Guerrier sets the flap, steals it from Isma. As Broline pits. That's going to be Delta up to P4. Junkai with the flap. Oh, there goes Junkai again. Junkai seemed to be getting wraps with the car earlier, but looks like he's found his pace again, and he's now going to start racing quite hard. We'll wonder if maybe they were sandbagging, maybe or whatever the deal was. Looks like we're just going to have to wait and see for maybe the next few races to see where everyone's pace is. Can't judge everybody on the first day, as it looks like Pigeon and Guerrier are just destroying everybody again. Guerrier is closer to Pigeon this time. So could there be something between those two? Could there be a battle? RM1M is getting closed on by Delta. He's currently sitting in the podium places. RM1M has done very well so this far. As Junkai moves up into P5, taking out Isma as the McLarens come into the pits together. Junkai is going to go chase down Delta. Those two have fought hard before. Will RM1M be boxing this lap? Yes, he will. As Delta gets stuck behind him. Not very good. Will Delta be able to take any chances with his undercut? Nope. Delta will not be able to get Guerrier from the undercut, but he does get the move done eventually. Guerrier does have the fresher tires, though, so it shouldn't be too hard for him to take the position away. The Comhacks have stuffed it up a little bit, but they're still in very good places for points, and there are 12 rounds this season instead of the usual 8. So there should be some good competition over those 12 rounds. Delta, it seems like, has got the car going pretty well. Even with the undercut, he's chosen the right tire compounds to make it last a long time. His tires are not dead right now. And he's holding his own against Guerrier. Very well done from Delta. Guerrier is currently on the soft tires, and he's not able to catch up to him. But you must be aware, Junkai is all the way back there, and he's still a threat. Isma still has to box, I'm pretty sure. Delta couldn't quite get it nicely out of the final corner. Yep, Isma pits. Guerrier is gaining to Delta, it seems. Those soft tires beginning to warm up. Yep, here he goes. He's gaining to Delta. Delta is holding a pretty good pace right here from Guerrier. The McLaren looks to be a little bit quicker in a straight line than Delta's car. Can its reliability hold to that standard? Comac's reliability seems to have improved quite a bit, but we don't want to speak too soon. We know what that can bring. Guerrier's trying down the inside on Delta, does not get the move done. Guerrier's on the much faster tire, and he's still struggling to get Delta overtaken. Delta has massively improved, it seems like. Guerrier tries to outdrag him, but Delta pulls away near the end of the straight as the gap begins to spread out between these cars. Guerrier and Delta are the real only close ones on track at the front right now. As Guerrier is going to try a massive move in the final few corners. He does get it. Delta tries to switch back. It does not work. Guerrier does get the move done. Now he can run away. And he's going to have to. Because Delta is right there and ready to strike if he can get the car positioned correctly. But it does look like Guerrier will be running away as he has made a massive gap in those first few corners. Delta does seem to be holding up pretty good pace, though. Proline in P6 is doing very well. Aeon P... What the frick? How did we let Aeon get P9? Oh my god, guys. Cap is P13. That's quite impressive from Cap. Aeon is carrying the team right now. Ben all the way at the back of the pack who has not had a puncture. As now Delta's under fire from the Season 1 champion, Junkai. Quickly gaining to him. Running a 77.91. Very good pace. Here he comes. He's going to try down the inside, maybe. He isn't able to get the move done. Oh, now he's trying down the inside. He does get the move on Delta. The McLarens are going to have to watch out. Junkai is on a roll right now in terms of pace. Look at his pace. He's gone really fast through those sectors of the track. He is gaining heavily to Pigeon and Guerrier there. Delta is actually under fire from Nuke, who's on the better tires. Delta's undercut's beginning to wear off, and Nuke does get the overtake done. Delta tries to fight back against his teammate. Does not to any avail as we pass the halfway point of the race. Pigeon goes on to the front straight. It's closer between the McLarens this season. Nuke, I think, is actually gaining to Junkai. He sets a very fast lap. Junkai with a slightly slower one. We saw it flash a little bit over there. He is gaining quite a bit. So Delta on those hard tires is struggling a little. Onto the back straight. It does look like Nuke is slightly gaining to Junkai, but not by much. That caddy has shown massive improvement throughout the race. Maybe he doesn't get quite the best start, but can hold his own late in the race. As he is gaining to the McLarens. Nuke gets a pretty good run out of the last corner. But it does look like Junkai does get the quicker lap put down. He is gaining to the two McLarens. Pigeon is also pulling away from Guerrier slightly. We've really had very few malfunctions this race. Pigeon with the flap. That's a crazy quick lap, especially on the hard tires. 77.48 from Pigeon. That car has definitely gotten more reliable. It has endured quite a bit at Dubai. It seems like a lot of the cars have gotten more reliable. They're not dying as quickly. That could change. You never know. That could change later in the races. Aong is still holding P9. I don't know how this happened, but Aong is still in P9. If he could gain even more positions, that'd be crazy. But you know Aong's luck. He'll probably break down. Junkai is gaining to Guerrier, but not really to Pigeon, as Pigeon has made an even bigger gap to him with his pace. He has made a big gap to Nuke, though, so all three of them have made a big gap to Nuke, so the Comhex are looking like they're out of the fight for the lead here, unless people break down. Pigeon pits early. That could be important. He is on the hard tires for some reason, and he did not undercut. So he didn't really make good usage of his time. Nuke did. He pits early from the soft tires. Delta is going to use his hard tires to overcut Pigeon into P3. Pigeon's back to the hards for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he's trying to prevent a puncture. But Delta is able to make the overcut. Those hard tires are very hardy. Don't mind the pun. Guerrier is now leading the race. But for how long? Junkai is very close to him. And Pigeon really didn't gain that much time from his hard tires. He's a long way back, and these two are still chugging along pretty nicely on their tires. So, I don't know how this is going to do for Pigeon, especially since he's going to the hards again. He kind of had to because he pits so early. Honestly, I would have chose the mediums, but I'm not entirely sure what these guys are thinking. Junkai and Guerrier do not pit. They're willing to run these tires out to the very end. Delta pits now. He manages to stay ahead of Pigeon the whole time. That's very well done. Parolime will stay out into P4. His car isn't very fast. He's got to stay out longer. Nuke will beat Delta. And he will stay ahead by quite a bit now. As Cap is in P10. What? Cap, with his overcut, manages to make his way to P10. And, well, he kind of got swarmed by Dominatio that time. Unfortunate for him. But he did manage to get P10 for a slight moment. Impressive. As Guerrier has now pulled a bit of a gap to Junkai. Junkai's car has slowed down a little bit. I wonder if there's an issue with it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe the tables will have turned and the reliability of the cars will have shifted in favor of the McLarens. Junkai still does not pit. Pigeon will have fresher tires, but they are hards. Proline pits now. He's had enough of those softs. Delta is now fighting Nuke for position. Delta does get the move on Nuke there. That was quick. Nuke on those hard tires is struggling a little bit for pace. I would have honestly gone for the mediums. Cup's having to use a bit of an overcut. It's interesting to see him in the points again. Maybe he can score some good points this season again. Or at least we hope. Oh, bit of lag there. As will Guerrier be boxing in this lap? No, Guerrier stays out on the soft tires. Junkai on the mediums does box. That does let Pigeon around. Guerrier trying to make the most of those soft tire pace while he can. His pace is a little bit lacking, 78.67. But not too far down. He's let those softs a bit long, though, I think. Pigeon is making great pace on those hard tires, but to be honest, definitely could have chosen better tires. Maybe he's just playing it safe, doesn't want to puncture on the long bends of this track. But to be honest, medium tires would have definitely been quicker for Pigeon here. As Guerrier has actually caught Judge and is preparing to lap him. I don't think we've seen this before, being lapped at Dubai. Or maybe we have, but not like in racing. Judge did get very unlucky with malfunction. Or not really malfunction, but puncture earlier in the race. Will Guerrier's overcut have helped him or hurt him? It looks like it may have hurt him a bit, as Pigeon easily pulls away. He's making good enough time on those tires. Guerrier does head out, but on the hards, that's not very good. Guerrier has lost a load of time to Pigeon. He left those softs for way too long. But he still is a long way ahead of Junkai, which is not bad. Also, yeah, it looks like a lot of these cars have been built better to handling Dubai. Very few cars have malfunctioned this race for such a long race. As we see Pigeon pulling well ahead of the field. Let's not jinx it, though. He might break down. We never know. It's interesting to see which one of these cars is going to be more reliable. As Proline has actually caught Nuke. Nuke's overcut seems to... no, Nuke's undercut. Oh, not overcut, undercut. Seems to not be helping him very much. Proline is running average pace and is outpacing Nuke right now. Not very good from Nuke right there. His strategy has kind of been beansed up a little. Delpha is actually gaining to Junkai. His Junkai seems to be really slow right now. I wonder if something's wrong with the car still. Proline trying round the outside of Nuke into the chicane. Does not work. He's still around the outside of Nuke. Can he hold it? Nope. The comeback is slightly better in speed there. Bro, I'm still trying for P5. Further ahead, Delta is trying for P3 on Junkai. He needs all the points he can get to win. As Delta still tries to move on Junkai, does not work. He does get the move done. Eventually, Junkai's pace is way down. You can see it massively. Same with Nuke, his pace was way down. I wonder if something's wrong with those cars. Pigeon way out in front. Looks like Pigeon's going to be easily winning this race. All he has to do is wheel his McLaren to the end without breaking down. Can he do it? .97.94. He's still blitzing the field in pace. Guerrier not very quick pace right now. Delta is really fast. Junkai is really off the pace. Something must be wrong with that car. Jeez. He's beaten by Proline by over a second. Nuke is even quicker. Dominatio is quicker. Something must be wrong with that car. As Isma is overtaken, is dueling with RM1M here. RM1M tries down the inside. His pace is kind of fallen off as well. Isma is beginning to pick it up in these final laps again. Wonder with all these slow cars, are they conserving to try not to malfunction at the end of the race, or is something wrong with them? We're going to see a load of malfunctions here. I wonder. Looks like Pigeon is doing, oh no, this is Guerrier. Looks like Pigeon, I don't know why I clicked on Guerrier. Pigeon is doing very well. 78.56. Guerrier is slower, but it looks like they're still keeping good pace to be able to stay ahead. They are a bit slower than Delta. But yeah, look at Junkai's pace. He has seriously taken a massive hit. That's worrying. The caddy was going strong, and now it's not. Will Proline be quick enough to catch him? It's possible. The McLarens have just destroyed everybody. There's really not much to say about this race. Yeah. This season looks like it might be one for the McLarens here. Pigeon's tires begin to... Oh, wow. Guerrier with a really quick lap. The McLaren's pace really has not fallen here. Guerrier has pulled Pigeon in a little bit. But I don't think it's going to be enough unless Pigeon breaks down. A second faster a lap is not going to be enough here. Oh, Pigeon's broken! Pigeon is broken down again! He's done it again! Oh my god! Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything. It's happened again! For the third time, Pigeon is breaking down in the last 5 laps of the race at Dubai. Oh, poor Pigeon. The third time this has happened. Guerrier is going to... I suppose Guerrier is going to win the race here. Pigeon boxes. Oh, that's unlucky for the Scottish driver. And he's retired already. All Guerrier has to do is wheel the car to the end now. Pigeon was making great pace, and it's all gone to shambles. Oh, Pigeon, a third time. That's not starting the season off well. He does get the flap, but will not get the points. And that means Aong is back in P10. Sorry if I'm not as excited as usual. I am... This is what happens when I'm tired. Delta making a very respectable effort. If he can wheel this car to the end, it'll show that there has definitely been an improvement in reliability for him to keep his P2. What about Junkai, though? His car has been slowing down for a while now. Proline has been slowly gaining. Guerrier onto the last lap of the race. Junkai with an 82nd lap. That's not good. But Proline with an even slower lap. Oh my god. Nuke isn't doing too well on the pace either. These tires are starting to really go. Show their age. But they've just got one more lap to go to make it to the end of the race. Silby's broken down. On the final lap of the race, Silby is broken. Ow, and everybody crashes into him. Silby's nowhere. That's unlucky for Silby there. Yeah, that's some Sil block as Guerrier goes round the final corner. Guerrier is going to take the win, salvaging what's left of McLaren. He'll win in Dubai. Delta's going to get P2. Junkai runs the final corner, and he will not break down today. Junkai is going to get P3. Proline will take P4. Good result from the Irish driver, and Nuke rounds out the top 5. Dominatio, respectable performance in the minority, P6, Ryden P7, his teammate P8 after running up in the podium places, Isma P9, and Aong with a very, very good performance gets P10. We have like Reindeer, Leo, and a massive, well, not really massive, but crazy amount of cars running to the line. Look at that, 86-second lap from Cap. Yeah, these tires are really dead. So it'll be Swish and then Judge crossing the line. Judge will cross the line in the last place. Available. Silby did not make it. Only 4 cars going out this race. Unfortunately, one of them being Pigeon, but eh. That's very well done on malfunctions for Dubai race. Usually, like, half the cars finish. But only 4 cars go down. Very impressive. Over 3/4 of the cars finished.